All right, here is the video for number relationships home connection. Remember this paper will help you a lot on the upcoming test. So I really encourage you to work hard and work your way through it. I'm going to start by doing number 1, 3/4 of 12, which I know that 1/4 of 12 is 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 75 hundredths times 12 is also 9, and 75 times 12, oops, sorry, I'm seeing it's getting blurry. 75 times 12 is just like we moved the decimal over 2 places. So I just need to move the decimal over 2 places, and my answer is 900. Okay, you do 2. I'm going to do 3 because it gets a little bit trickier. Because 1/4 of 9, that's tricky because half of 9 is 4.5. So half of that, half of 4 is 2, and half of the half is 1/4. So I'm going to write it like this, 2.25, just like a quarter, the same up here. It shows you 1/4 is the same as 25 hundredths. So 25 hundredths times 9 is 2 and 25 hundredths. And then 25 times 9 is 225 because we just moved the decimal over 2 places. You go ahead and do those 2 on your own. Okay, on number 5, it's those filling in the blanks with the standard algorithm. I'll do this one with you, and then you can come back and do this one. The big thing to remember is even though they don't have the numbers up here, you are going to have to do some carrying. So don't forget to do that when you're working through the problem. 9 times 4 is 36. So I put the 6 down here. The 3 goes up here. 9 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. And 9 times 3 is 27, which is written down already. Then I have to make sure to put my 0 underneath the 6. 8 times 4 is 32. The 2 is here. I'm going to put the 3 up here. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. The 3 is already down there. And 8 times 3 is 24. So the 4 needs to go in that space. Then I just need to add down. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 4 is 7. And then 2. So there's my answers. Okay, fill in the table to round numbers to the nearest 10, 1, 10th, and 100th. Let's remember how that works. I'm going to do the first one with you, and then you can go on and do the rest of them. So 506 and 308 hundredths. So I'm going to 10, which is this number here, the 0. Next to it is a 6, so that's 5 or above, so I give it a shove, and it turns into 510. 1, the 6 is in the 1's place, 3 is in the 10th's place, 3 is 4 or less, so we let it rest, 506. The nearest 10th's place, the 10ths is this 3. There's a 0 next to it, so that's 4 or less. So we leave all these front numbers the same, and the 3 also stays the same. And 100th, the 0 is in the 100ths place. There's an 8 next to it, so that's 5 or above. We give it a shove. All right, so that's an example of that. The only place I'm going to tell you to be careful is right here when it has this 9 here and rounding to the 1s. That gets a little bit trickier sometimes, so just watch that carefully. Okay, on the back we have some story problems. I'm going to do the middle one with you, and then the other ones hopefully you'll be able to figure out on your own. I notice here there's a 99 cents, so think maybe about the over strategy would be useful. On this one, you need to know that a dozen is 12. Maybe a partial product would work well there because 12, you could do 10 and 2. Let's look at this one, number 8. The base of Tyler's cabin is a 56 feet by 78 feet rectangle. What is the area of the base of Tyler's cabin? I'm just going to use standard algorithm because neither of these numbers remind me of doing any other strategy. Why did I choose this strategy? No other strategy really works. Okay, so then algorithm, there we go. 78 times 56. 6 times 8 is 56. Carry the 5. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 5 is 47. Have to put down my 0. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. 6 times 8 is 48, because I wrote that 56, I got mixed up. 6 times 8 is 48. That's all right. I hope you caught it before I did. And there's the 4. 6 times 7 still is 42, plus 4 more is 46. I put down my 0. 5 times 8 is 40. Put down another 0, carry a 4. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 4 is 39. And then I need to add those. 8, 6, 13, 4,368 square feet. All right, if you have additional questions, please make sure to ask, and especially if you have questions for the test coming on Tuesday.